take a nap, then fire the missiles.
I'm trying to think. Oh, I was thinking in vitro for res or something, but no, we're starting in media res, which means in the middle of a conversation or in the middle of the action is specifically what it is. Um, and so, yeah, so if anyone's joining us, it's because our conversation was already already in progress. Um, and I will get a link for those who care, but I can't post it, which is why I post it to Kitty so she can post it. Because if I post it, then it messes up our cameras. And that's how that works. And people can hear me. There's nobody here to hear me, but if they were, they could hear me. They can't hear Fletcher or Kitty because she's not talking.
True.
Now they can hear you. I'm drinking from a red solo cup.
I'm still getting ready.
Well, that
Chris
is.
is boxes today, so
Wait, am I still boxes to you?
yeah.
Well, just watch the stream. You can see me there.
Can I?
Yeah,
I can see you.
I'm pretty sure I blame Kitty. She is the problem. Actually, no, Fletcher, you're the problem because you need to accept your invite.
Looking for it now.
So I've been listening to Spidey and His Amazing Friends, the soundtrack. Did I lose you guys?
I can see you on the stream. That's so weird.
Where? Oh, this is interesting. All right, so I gotta do something. Cameras might be blanking out for reasons unknown. Okay, we're good now. So yeah, so I have the Spidey song stuck in my head, and that's what you get when you have kids. Now I can't hear you.
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Now I can hear you. I think you have like a. It takes a second for your audio to realize you're talking, and then so if you don't talk long enough, it doesn't kick in. But
That's really irritating. If this, I'm gonna blame Discord for that one. But anyway, the Spidey and His Amazing Friends theme song is Fallout Boy. That's why
uh,
it's catchy and good.
okay, all right, all right. I could see that.
I don't know why you have to see it. It's fact. I didn't make it up.
But it's what's the guy's name? There's a name.
From Fallout Boy?
Well, because the soundtrack doesn't call it Found Out Fall Boy. It's like Peter something, and the something. It's not. I don't think it's Peter because that's the guy's. That's Spider-Man. Now you have me looking it up. But there's a song, and I'd play it, but we get a copyright strike against us. Probably not because nobody's watching. But if they were, they'd be like,
Maybe I'm a
copyright.
liar. It
You
says
might be
Patrick Stump.
Patrick
Oh yeah,
Stump.
it's Patrick Stump of Fallout Boy.
Okay, that's yes. So you could be
Okay.
right. I was just looking at, and that's why I was like, Peter. No, it's not Peter. It's the Patrick. But yeah, so he does the soundtrack for it, and there's a song that is the demo version of the song, which means that he's singing and not the cast, and it is called "Watch Out," and it is insanely addicting. Let's see if I can. Can you hear that at all?
I
And that's
I
as much
don't
as I can give you. Um, so we just listen to it on loop in the car, and then the kids just sing along with it, and that's my life.
The other kids programming with Fallout Boy involved that I've had to listen to on a loop in my car is the sound from Big Hero 6 song from Big Hero 6.
Um,
Sound might be more accurate.
the Sound by Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
All right, we get to
I was
select
like, wow, I
Mama's.
used to like Fallout Boy.
It's not too bad.
Phineas and Ferb though is some of the best kids show music.
I don't believe you.
Some Bowling for Soup, I think, does a lot of their music.
Bowling for soup.
Fletcher's here.
I can't see anyone. Is this a me problem?
It's a
Carmen's
you problem.
here.
That's so
Say
weird.
Carmen's here.
Hello, the Carmen.
You're on YouTube. Say hello.
That works. Um, I am having all kinds of
Oh,
interesting issues. Aw, that's not the new puppy.
this is not the new puppy. No. Yeah.
What
You new
is?
puppy or just
No.
that's Marty?
No, this is Doc. Marty. Up. This is Marty. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, in my defense,
I have such a delay.
they are the same dog.
They're not, I mean, they're the same breed.
They're hard to tell apart on camera, I will say.
On
Yes.
camera, yes. If you see them in person, you can definitely see that
I'm
they're
sure.
different. But Marty is smaller.
Um,
Runs
I don't
like
even
that.
know what I might go away
Restart.
so I can try to fix this.
Because this is a Discord thing.
Fix it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
All
you can
right.
pop off
I'm
Discord and come back.
restarting Discord. I'll be back.
All right.
Meanwhile, I am trying to figure out why I can't um, reset. Oh, we got to unlock certain things. So that explains some things. Bum, bum, bum. So I'm in studio mode in OBS. So I'm creating the next screen that will flip to. So I'm like, why can't I fix this? Even though everyone's just staring at us and it's all the same. But that is what I'm doing. Do 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 do. Ba da 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 da. Na, 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 na. All right. So let's put Fletcher right there, and then we'll put Kitty right here. We'll make Fletcher a little smaller. And we'll make Kitty on top there. And then I will be on top of everyone because of Power Trip. Doot, 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 doot. So Fletcher, California?
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
California.
I always have to ask because I just don't know. I can't keep up with people like you who like
Actually,
to
next
go.
week I'll be in Dallas for a couple of
See,
days for work.
I'm going to be in Colorado in 2 weeks, Colorado Springs for
Hmm.
work. I'm looking forward to it. It's my first work trip in a very, very long time. And
Yeah, I mean, I've never had to go on work trips until this year, and then all of a sudden, um, they have me
is it
flying all over the place.
is it a manager thing?
Yeah, it's a manager thing, yeah.
Yeah, managers get all the privileges. You get to fill out expense reports and approve expense reports And typically you don't
Oh
get to
man,
approve them. You have to say, okay, I got approval to approve them.
yes. Or like I can tell you didn't fill out this expense report properly. You have to do it again.
Yeah, yeah. So that is exactly right. Have you selected your mama and papa? We have not selected our mamas and papas,
Yeah.
and therefore we judge you for that.
Pain in my existence is resource allocation. Hate doing
Oh,
that.
I'm back.
estimates and such. Yeah, we're just talking about
No, not
resource
even
allocations at
estimates.
work.
I was watching you.
Not
Estimates
estimates.
are fine. Estimates are fine. I don't care about estimates. It's just the resource allocation. It's like how much of this person's time is towards this project versus this project, or like this budget item versus this budget item. That to me is
I
mind numbing.
Yeah, that's basically what I was doing nonstop at the last place I was at 2 weeks ago. And now the new place, everyone's just full time on a single project, and it's so much nicer. Um, what
Make
just
my
happened?
choose my poption.
Yeah, you gotta choose your option. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to the actual game so people can see. If you don't know how to play viticulture, then you
Too
should.
This
bad.
isn't the video to watch. Go watch the other one where we play
Go
viticulture.
go watch a different video. Viticulture, one of the best Euro worker placement games in existence because it's themed around wine and it's simple, it's easy, it's fun. It has a Monopoly-esque feel to like you just draw random cards and hope you get good stuff. And yeah, it has all the best parts of games.
I've never heard it compared to Monopoly before.
Um, I think Monopoly is at the core of a lot of games that are very popular that people don't realize are at the core. That's how I'm going to sell that. This one maybe is not as Monopoly-esque as others, but the nice thing about it, so we have our board.
Player is
Um,
just like Yahtzee.
it's just like Yahtzee. Viticulture is basically just Yahtzee. Um, we have points. First person to 20 points triggers the end of the game, at which point we'll finish the round, and whoever has the most points wins. So 20 triggers the end, but you can have a lot more than that. You have a summer phase. We actually have the wake up phase, so we're going to choose where we want to go in this wake up row. The higher you are, the sooner you go in the turn order. But then you get like certain stuff depending on where you're at there.
The stuff you get is not as good the sooner you go, but you get to go
Yes,
first.
but you get to go first. Then we're going to have two
Although
worker.
early in the game, the one that you took is very good.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have our summer phase, so we're going to be placing things on the yellow. And then once everyone decides they're done placing workers in the summer phase, we'll go to basically a fall, and then we go to our winter phase where we place things on the blue. And then it's back to spring, and we pick our rows again. We only have a certain amount of workers, so we only have to start with 3 workers. We can get more. Fletcher has 4 because his mama or papa decided to have a baby. Um, and the rest of us only have 3, but we all got something special for our picks. This is a place that I could be in that I don't like because you guys took all the best stuff. Cool. All right. Well, I'm probably going to go last anyway, so I'll just take the extra worker. All right.
You don't want
And
the
then,
victory point?
yeah, the victory points are good. They're
Strategy.
good. Yeah. Now, we each have our own personal board. So this is my board, Fletcher's board, and Kitty's board. And we can build little structures on there. These are these structures here. Part of my special startup is I already start with a medium cellar, which means I can get better wines. Fletcher got his extra worker. Kitty didn't build anything, but I'm assuming she got extra money because she has 7 money to Fletcher's 3 and my 3. Um, so each of
Many.
these buildings will do something different, and we're attempting to plant fields, pick grapes, age the grapes to make wines to fill orders. And if you look at you can see mine here. This is a grape card. So this says I need a trellis, and it'll be worth a value of 2 red grapes. This is a visitor card in the winter because it's the blue visitor card, which does what it does. And then this is an order. So if I can get a 4 white and a 4 rosé, so it's this one here and this one here, I can fill this order, get 4 points, and get 1 money that is I get every round. Um, and that is all you need to know to watch Fletcher take his first turn, which is going to be to plant 2 fields. And now that I've said it, he doesn't want to do it, but he knows that's what he's going to do.
2 vines, not 2 fields.
Well, plant 2 vines in fields, 1 or 2 fields. So the worker spots, if you take this spot in the middle, you get a little bonus to it.
Did you make it friendly?
It is friendly.
Thank you.
Friendly says that if you can't take advantage of this, so if he couldn't plant 2 cards, he wouldn't be allowed to take this spot. He would have to take this spot. If there's only one available, you can take the spot, but you can't take it just to block someone else, because that's not friendly.
Very much just like non-friendly.
Also, this game plays best at 3. We are paying at the right spot. Is Kitty Clark's not you, right?
It is me.
Oh, okay.
That's me on YouTube.
Okay. I did not know.
That is my middle name.
Clark is your middle name?
Yeah.
How did I never know that?
Oh. Catherine Clark LeBaron Langley. My whole name.
Huh. The LeBaron Langley, you made LeBaron your middle name when you got married.
Yeah, but Clark is my original middle name.
Interesting. Is that a last name?
Yeah, it's my great-grandmother's maiden name.
We did something similar with Zachary. Zachary has Sydney's middle name or last name as a middle name because there were going to be no more Krauses in the world. I must place a worker, and you guys took all the best spots except for the plant, but I can't plant anything. Oh, I just don't like you people at all. Okay, fine. I am going to sell a field, and I'm going to sell my little field so I can get some money. This song in my head. Yeah, my middle name means nothing. And I don't know. I don't think that's better. I think a weird middle name. Your middle name's not weird. It's unexpected for a girl. You're saying I'm grainy at time. I will try to not be grainy at time. But hello.
It's awful. Sorry.
My sound is bad?
Sometimes. When your internet decides to be bad.
Well,
not always.
I'm streaming to you guys and I'm streaming to the internet. And I think it takes a second. Like, I just have to keep talking and talking and talking so that the sound never drops out. And that way it never,
You don't have to just keep talking.
It's my reason for existing. I have a lot of money and nothing to do with it. Oh, I do have stuff to do with it. I have stuff. So this is your standard worker placement where once someone goes in a spot, you can't go in that spot, except for your grande worker, which is the one with the little G on it. He can go wherever he wants, but he never gets a special. He just goes on a normal spot. But he can go there even if other people are there. Because he's grande.
But did I not select the plant 2? I was wondering why it wouldn't let me select 2, and it's because I didn't click on the right thing. That's dumb.
Could you? Oh, yeah, you got to click on the right thing. Are you sure you could have done it?
Yeah, I could have.
You had all the structures necessary to build?
Yeah, but I was like, why won't it let me do two? I thought I could do two, and it's good. I feel like it should just default you to the like that better option so that you
Wow!
can do it.
I Can I restart my turn? Probably not. Ugh! Picked the wrong vine.
You know something? You guys are
We're
just
off to a
brushing
great
off.
start.
Yeah. I blame my provider. My provider is Comcast. It is the number one worst company on the planet. Trying to think. I was trying to think if there's any other
But
company I hate more than Comcast, and there is not. I hate them with 1,000 fiery passions.
They're really, really bad.
They are the worst.
They are still the worst cable provider we have ever had, and that includes Spectrum that just didn't work for like a day this couple weeks ago.
My real hatred for Comcast came into play when I had I had them for about 2 years in this was like
I'm
15, 20
listening.
years ago. And they were down 60 to 70% of the time I had them. And every single time I had to call for service, I would sit on hold for an hour and a half. They would come out and be like, "Well, it's working right now." And I'm like, "Yes, because it took you 10 days to get out here. And sometimes it works." And I hate them so much. But they are my only option out here. Although I haven't checked recently. I should check to see if there's any other option. I don't know if they'd be better, but
My favorite thing that happened when I had Comcast was one time squirrels ate my internet.
you can't really blame Comcast for squirrels.
I can. Should I? Perhaps not. Not very fair, but
If they were a good company, they would have left their wires away from the squirrels.
yeah.
So Kitty is trying to do a new strategy. She's like, I want to play viticulture because I want to try something new.
I'm not trying something
And
new. I'm just trying something to see what happens. I'm
all right,
just I'm just testing a theory that I have.
you can test that theory. I'm testing another theory of maybe I just build a bunch of stuff in the first season, spend all my money, spend all my workers, and then I don't have to worry about it. So now I have three structures, and we haven't even gotten through the first season. I feel good about that. And I can plant a vine, but I can't harvest it. Hmm. So is it worth planting it? It is not worth planting it because I want to have a worker in the second season.
I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I'll get my worker back. Nope, I won't. Oh well. I'm off to a great start.
I think you're fine, and you got a worker, but you can train workers in the second season to add more. The first person to do it will pay cost 3 to do it. After that, it costs 4. And I built myself a cottage, so I get to choose a summer or winter visitor. And I think Fletcher, did you build a cottage? Oh, you are
No.
okay. So between each season, after the yellow, after summer, before winter, you get to choose a visitor card. And if you have a cottage, you get to choose 2. And that is what Kitty's doing right now because visitors are the Monopoly cards. Wait, did you build a cottage? You didn't build a cottage.
Cottage.
I'm choosing 2. That's why it says you must draw 2 visitor cards. Um,
But
I'm gonna
also,
do.
I built one and I drew my 2 visitor cards already.
Oh, I didn't see your
I
cottage.
did it
What
with a
am
card.
Oh no, I was looking here, and it's actually here on. It's just in a weird spot, so I didn't see it on the map. All right. So Kitty is gonna do what I don't want her to do, but she's gonna do it anyway. Oh, all right. That's good.
What did you
So
think I was going to do?
I thought you were gonna take the play double blue.
No, I need more workers. And unfortunately, I
Um,
didn't get a blue that lets me train a worker because those are great.
they are great. Um, so I have a number of blue cards here. Um, and if I play first, I get to play 2 of them. So I'm going to play this one here, which is going to give me 3 money and a yellow card. Confirm. And then I'm going to play this one here with the money I have that allows me to upgrade to the next level of seller for 2 discount. And I'm going to do that and confirm here. So at the end of the first year, my seller is upgraded all the way.
You have nothing to put in it, but it's ready to go.
Nothing to put in it, but it's ready to go. And let's see if we can't start growing some grapes. Not terrible, not great. So the stream can see my cards. They can't see your guys' cards, but you guys can see my cards if you're looking at the stream. But I know you guys don't cheat much.
Also, it's really bad at being able to read these cards without enlarging them.
Oh
So,
yeah, it's like I
same.
recognize the picture and know exactly what that card is. No, no, you don't. All right, so I'm gonna plant in the fields. I'm gonna plant this one and this one. Um, confirm, and then I'm gonna do that again. Ooh, but if I plant them in 2 separate fields, nah. Well, I could. If I plant them in 2 separate fields and I harvest both fields, I get 2 grapes. If I plant them in one field and harvest it, I get 1 grape of a higher value. There are pros and cons to both things, but I think I'm going to go with the one field. Nah, I'm going first. I'm going to go with the 2 field because, yeah. No, this is just, it's just fine. It'll be
Wish it
fine.
was more.
It'll be fine. I do need more vines, though, which means Fletcher's going to draw 2 vines or build a structure.
I need to upgrade my cellar.
I only have a few buildings left. I could use some more irrigation. Well, I could use irrigation so I could build better vines. Um, a yoke is actually kind of nice because it gives you a personal action that allows you to harvest one field. But I only have 2 fields, so there's that. Kitty stole the draw 2 green, so I could draw 1 green here. I have a yellow card. You discard 2 cards to draw one of each type of card. Ooh, that's not terrible. I'm going to do that, and I can choose the not friendly option because I could draw and play the yellow card. See what happens there. So I have to play this now. Draw 2 blue or discard a wine. So I'm going to draw 2 blue. All right. I feel good about that. And now I have to look at my blue cards. All my blue cards are terrible, and this card is not the easiest to
Happy with my
deliver on.
cards in general.
My first
Broke,
round was pretty good. My second round is not going to be pretty good.
sat on my toe. Keep forgetting that it is
That you
still
have a
broken.
toe. Wait,
No,
you
it's
broke your
broken.
toe?
Yeah. I told you guys about this on the last stream and nobody listened to me.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember this either.
I said it. You can watch the video back. I broke my toe when we were in Minnesota. I tripped over a chair and it really, really hurt.
Ouch.
Um, yeah, very unfun. Do not recommend doing that.
Hmm. I do not remember this story.
It happened.
Now we're going to go back and watch the 2.5 hour stream of the game that never finished. We are going to have to do a rematch at some point, though.
Understand why it won't let me do a thing.
What are you trying to do?
Plant a vine. And it says I can't.
Do you have the prerequisites?
I believe so.
Do you have the trellis
I
or the
have irrigation.
irrigation?
I have irrigation. This one only requires irrigation.
Do you have a
No.
field?
Do you have
Yeah,
it? Wait, you don't have either of those. You don't have trellis or irrigation.
I have irrigation.
No, you don't.
Look at my little guy.
I'm looking at your little guy. You don't have irrigation.
I thought I had irrigation.
Your irrigation building's sitting up in the corner here, and it's not sitting on
Oh,
the.
so it is. I thought I had it. Well, that would explain why I can't do it. Well,
It doesn't let you cheat. That's why I like PGA.
fine. Cheat then.
I
Not that I was
do
trying to
like
cheat. I just
that.
thought I did a thing.
I will
I think
pass.
the option that I did not choose was for irrigation. So my brain was like, I have that too.
Ah, yes.
My brain is silly sometimes.
Do you guys
That's
hear
why
a
we're playing a game that I know very well.
Do you guys hear a thump 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 coming from my
I heard a thump
Mm,
thump thump. Was it you?
yeah.
I think it was me. I think it was my child running around upstairs. Normally these don't pick that up, but he must have really been thumping.
They do that sometimes.
I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning as I usually am, and I heard thump, 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 thump. I'm like, what is going on up there? So I'm like, okay, something's wrong because it sounded like they're running from the bed to the door, back to the bed to the door. So I'm like, sneak upstairs, and it's just Zachary who had to go to the bathroom. And when he wakes up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, he's like a zombie. He has no
Oh my
recollection
gosh.
of
Same with
anything.
my kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until he's done to make sure everything's good. 3.5 minutes later, I timed it because it was taking a while, and I'm just like,
What's
and
happening?
I like, what is going on? And yeah, so but that's all it was. And then he went back to bed, and everything was fine. I can build a structure at a 2 discount. I think I'm gonna do that. That's a very nice of you to do. You get something though, right? If I build this.
I get a victory point for everyone who does it.
Oh, you know something? You can
Do I
take
want to
your
give you a
victory
victory
point.
point?
It's a free action and a discounted action at that. I'm giving it to you.
Yeah. I think I might have to do the same. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I've like built all of the important structures by the middle of turn two. I have no engine, but man, I have a lot of buildings.
Or maybe you have a huge engine but no gasoline.
That could be it too. It's like someone needs to start this thing off. Um, okay, what do I do? I'm going first, so let's see if I can double blue something with my single worker action. Let's see what I drew. Um, that's not terrible. I don't have that. Ooh, that's hmm. All right, all right. So I must place a worker, and I can place two of them. I can do a cool thing if I do that. All right, so I'm gonna do my blue thing again, and I am going to, as I play, I think I want this worker, but I can take this. Okay, so I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna get a worker, so I'm gonna lose a victory point for a worker. That's totally a fair trade. And then I can have three opponents give me a yellow card. And so you guys would give me two yellow cards. Are you guys' cards good?
What's a yellow card?
It's a summer visitor.
Oh.
Do you like your summer visitor? I'm just wondering if you want to give it to me.
Oh, it's so good.
Kitty has three of them, so she can give me a junk one. But yeah, or I can just take the top two cards of the discard pile. Oh, I could take that back. Huh. Well then, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna take this one, and Kitty played all players build one structure at a two discount. All right, I'm gonna take those two back. And I don't have any more workers because that worker went to my used spot. All right. My engine proceeds to not be running, but I feel good. Kitty is currently winning, so whatever strategy she was trying is working.
Is working. Oh, it's my turn again.
But go you. Oh, because you played a card and we gave you 2 points and then you sold a feeling. Nice. And then uh-huh. I didn't harvest. I should have harvested. We'll do that next season. Um, so yeah, how are you guys' Labor Day weekends?
Good.
Kitty
Yeah,
doesn't remember it.
I didn't. What did we do? We went to a family birthday party. Uh, and that was fun. Traveling with all of my children is always super, super fun. And then Spencer took the big kids out fishing Monday, and I stayed home. And it was very peaceful.
I shingled a roof on Sunday,
Of course you did. Why
and
wouldn't
then I mean it's what you do. It's Sunday. And then Monday I was so sore. I literally looked at my children like, are you guys cool if we just don't do anything today? And they're like, yeah, but I can still play my Switch, right? I'm like, yeah, that counts as doing nothing.
But nothing, all right.
Yeah. It's like, okay. But Sydney was in San Diego. So I was just hanging with the kids. But it was like actually a nice, relaxing weekend. Kitty, people are already claiming people off the waivers in our fantasy football league.
Because the Dynasty one, obviously, that needed to happen. I
I
was trying to claim people off the waiver. I didn't even look if my waivers went through.
I have a terrible quarterback. Two terrible quarterbacks. And
I,
I would like to not have two terrible quarterbacks.
I'm concerned. My quarterback should be fine. I've got Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, would you like to trade him for like four terrible players?
Maybe if there's picks involved, depends. Actually, I'd give you my backup quarterback, perhaps.
Your backup quarterback is probably still better than both of my quarterbacks.
Who's my backup quarterback? I've got Trevor Lawrence. I'd give you Trevor Lawrence for maybe some terrible players and maybe some picks. Propose a trade.
Um,
See what I do. I don't know
and
what
this
I'll
is
do.
and this is the dynasty league we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Um,
No,
yeah, my
I did
quarterback's
not
not
get
terrible.
Jalen Hurts in the redraft. I was not. I don't even remember who my quarterback is. I think I have Joe Burrow in the redraft. What do I want to do?
I may
Hmm.
propose something. I might. Oh, wait a minute. Why do I have? Why is my best quarterback in the taxi squad? How do I get people from a taxi squad back out?
You can move the taxi squad. You just can't move them back in then.
But I can move them out?
I believe so.
Oh, I need to do that. All right, let's. Because I have a great quarterback in the taxi squad,
Who do you have in the taxi squad?
Stroud.
Hmm.
I mean, it's better than everything else I have. So let's get him out of there. Cool. Now I have three quarterbacks in my
The way
main
you
one.
play fantasy football is baffling.
Yeah, but I do pretty well. I don't do great, but I'm usually in the top 25%, which I will take. All right. That makes me
Hey,
feel a lot better
oh,
about my.
I didn't do what I meant to do. Oh well.
I have not yet done not what I meant to do. So
I've done it twice. I'm on fire.
if you guys win, that just goes towards how poorly I am currently playing. Although I have so many buildings and so many cards, the problem is my vines are not great. They're just not great. They're downright awful.
That's why
Right. Awful.
it didn't let me cheat again. Never mind. I didn't not do what I meant to do. I sort of did that, but not the way that I thought I did. Once again, I was trying to cheat.
Stop cheating.
Well,
Yeah,
I
stop trying to cheat.
didn't. BGA won't let me. It's not so much I'm trying to cheat. It's just that I'm a little bit brain dead.
That's fair. It's been a long year.
I'm also trying to make a hat, which probably is not helping.
That's the easier thing to do. You've knit worse stuff. I think it goes
I
scarf
much
then
harder.
hat.
Yeah. The problem is I'm at the hard part of the hat now. I
Are
was
you
like, oh, a hat, that's easy enough to do, but I'm
are you at the
decreased.
top of the hat?
I'm at the top of the hat. But it also means by the end of this stream, I might have a finished hat, which is fun.
I am building a house, not a hat. My
And I
child,
guess the house that you're building is probably about as complicated as some of the sweaters I construct.
It's this thing is. I'm gonna put vinyl siding on it. I've decided.
I'm still maintaining some of the sweaters that I've put together are quite intensely constructed. It's not
Okay.
belittling your house.
No, no,
More,
no. You've belittled everything I'm doing with my life, but thank you. Thank you for all of that. It means a lot to me, the
man, I
respect
could
I gain
belittle
from
you
you.
so much more effectively if I was trying.
I am going to have a lot of red grapes and no white grapes. And this is going to be a problem. This game does need an undo turn.
Like the oopsie, I
I
realized
mean,
halfway through my turn that I made a mistake. Please help.
this was, I
Yeah.
mean, this was intentional. I did what I wanted to do. But then I'm like, yeah, maybe I really didn't want to do that. I could probably change it up. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, no, you can't. I,
BGA doesn't like what I was trying to do. Let me try again. There you go.
all right. I'm this and pass.
Also, what I did.
Um, oh man, the options I have.
Let's just hope that winter is
Hmm.
better for me.
Yes, I could say that one's a good one. Hmm. All my blue cards are kind of crap. So let's just get more of them. So this is round three, right? Oh, we
Yeah.
already in winter, so it's my turn now? Oh, I did not. Okay, so these cards don't get picked up in order, so I have to find the cards that are mine. Or ooh. Oh, 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 oh. This is almost too mean. All right. So I'm going to play this and play a card that says lose 1 point, which should take me to -1, and gain, oh, train a worker and confirm that. And so now I've trained I have one more worker to train. And then I have a card that says if you have less than 0 points, gain 6 money. So I'm going to do that. And I feel good about what I just did. Because now I can train my last worker with the money I just got, and I'll have all of the things and no engine.
Remember that this is a town construction game and you're winning.
Yes.
It's
Um,
Sim City. You're
it
playing Sim
is.
City.
I'm playing SimCity. Um, yeah, I think I trained my last worker. Like, why wouldn't I do this? I guess I could play a blue card.
Buildings and people is the point of the game.
Yeah, I was almost gonna. I would have harvested if Kitty had not taken the +1 field.
That was Fletcher. I
Oh,
just did. I did the
you
sad
did the
part.
one field. Okay, so yeah, Fletcher took my
I
field.
only have one field, so it's just a sad harvest for me.
Yeah. All right. All right. I think I just take the extra worker because now I've gotten all my workers and I still have 3 extra money
And -1 point.
and negative one
Idea
point.
think you could be losing more, but you are.
Well, am I losing though? Or do I have 6 workers, all of my buildings, and 2 full fields?
Yeah.
Have you made any wine? It's called viticulture.
You know something? I have it on good
I
authority that
also
it takes some
haven't made any wine.
time.
I'm winning.
You are winning.
I have 4 points now.
You're beating me by 25% of the game. And I don't know that I can come back. I really don't. But I do know that I I need some white wine. I need some white grapes.
To do what to do.
Hmm.
To use up some of my cards. Otherwise, they're going to make me discount. Well, that didn't really help me.
Is the only way to uproot a vine is with the yolk?
Or with a card.
Or with a card? Not that I want to, I don't think. But I do know you can't win with all red wine.
Can't you?
You gotta get pretty lucky. But must discard down to 7. That's a pretty easy choice. We all have so many cards. Fletcher has 4 wines already?
Yeah, he's actually playing the game.
Jerk.
I
It's
don't
called
know if you
viticulture.
know how that works.
I'm not sure I like. Hmm. And who's picking first? Fletcher's picking first.
I get to pick first.
Wanted that one.
I wanted that one.
Mhm.
You got a free card, but I got the card that I wanted. I drew the I win card.
It's a pretty powerful card.
It is. It's strong. It's OP if you ask me. Yep.
God, I
Yep.
want to do this first.
All right. So I will do this and do that
You're
there.
probably going to do the thing that I wanted to do, but
No, it's mine is a subpar action that I just took. So
oh, I like subpar actions for you.
yeah, I could only plant one thing, even though I have 3 vines, because I just don't have enough room in the fields. But
Well, you couldn't do the thing that I thought you might do, but it doesn't matter.
yes, but there is something I'm going to do, and I'm going to review
I'm
this.
going to do shenanigans, so
Um, well, don't.
can't stop me.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. All right. I feel good. No, 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 no. I have a lot of workers. No, 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 no. Mm. Um, let's see if you guys are willing to give me some points. Are you willing to give me some points?
I don't have any points to give.
Well,
You don't necessarily have to have a point to give a point.
yeah,
Sometimes, like,
you can go
build
down to negative. Yeah,
gets
you
a
can go down
point.
to -5.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Um,
That seems like
let's.
the wrong direction to win the game.
It is a direction that is not positive points. It's not the positive points direction. It's a negative points direction. The problem is I have so many workers, I don't know what to do with them.
Because you're playing Sin
So
City.
I am
Making
playing
wine,
SimCity. I might make some wine, but I feel like,
build some orders, perhaps.
uh, yeah, all of those things seem like a good idea. Do I need money anymore? If I have everything built, I don't need money, right? Like,
I
what could
guess
I
not. I don't know.
possibly need money for?
There might be cards where you could like pay to do an extra action. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I think I don't need money. I think I need to take my turn.
Yes.
Um, but and I have 3 money. So I'm gonna spend that 3 money by building my yolk. There's no L in that. But I'm gonna build my yolk anyway.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Ba-ba-ba. Oh, you can build 3 wines there. Interesting. Okay. All right. All right. I think it's time for me to go on a point run.
Get some points.
Yeah, because I think having -1 points um, is not as many points as I need to win.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do the math in my head, and it feels like that's not a good math. Oh yeah,
That's not a good math.
it's not a good math.
The math isn't mathing.
It is not. It's telling me that I'm making poor decisions. Ooh, I should have. No, that's okay. I did the right thing. Um, that
You guys
goes
both
away.
passed already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this one and this. Oh, wait, did you just give me a card?
I did.
That's nice of you. You gave me one of each card or just one card? You just gave me one card.
Just one card.
Okay. Very nice of you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, this is a tricky call here. I'm going to, I know what I want to do there. All right, let's split the difference. Hmm. All right. All right. I think. All right.
We're so quiet.
I know.
I
It's
This
know.
game
because
requires quite a bit of reading, is the problem.
I know.
Whenever
Well,
I draw
that's
the
the thing.
card, it's like,
Every time I'm like, I need to hover over. I'm going to do this and carry the one and do that over there. And I'm glad we're doing an easy brain game because what? Yeah. Discard two to do that. Or okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to discard two visitors to get two um, points. Do I want to? Yeah, no, we will get rid of that one. And then we'll play this card here, and each opponent must give me a yellow, and if they can't, then they have to, then I get a point. But you guys can choose. Actually, you can't choose. You just got to give me your
it
yellows.
just does. It just took my yellow
Yep.
without my consent.
You know, that's
I did
viticulture for you.
not consent.
Stop dealing with so much wine then. This isn't
I
politically correct, but
could have chosen 2 blue cards this time, because then I wouldn't have had to do that.
um, ho 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 ho. That is one, two, three. All right. I what? Oh, that's eight. Um, that card almost looked totally busted. Okay. I have still two more workers. That seems useful. Except for I don't have a grande, and you guys did the thing of taking both the fields. So cool. Thanks for that. Fortunately, I had built a yolk because SimCity, I'm winning that game.
You are winning that game.
Why do I put an L in there? There's something that
I
says
don't
this is
know.
a yolk, right?
Yeah, in an egg. It's a
Oh,
different
Yeah.
thing. Ah!
there's a
Sorry.
yolk in an egg. So the yolk in an egg is not the same as a yolk that you deal with fields with.
Correct. They're very different.
Well,
But a yoke
I
that you use to do things with fields is the same as the yoke of a sweater. In
did
case you
you
were
ever
wondering.
use that sock making thing I printed for you?
Sort of. It needs some love and attention. I assembled it. It needed to be sanded, and I was tired.
You've
But
been
I'm
retired
the
for the past
tired.
for 2.5
All I'm
years.
saying today, it was not 2.5 years. I was pregnant when you made it.
Um, yeah, and your children are going to school now.
They're one. The ones that I was pregnant with are one, which is still not great, but it's not going to school.
Fair
I
enough.
was just thinking I need to get it working.
So Becca's went to her she went to one session of Taekwondo last week and one session this week. I was waiting until she was 4, and then the instructor's like, well, we can try 3. We'll see. Sometimes it's fine. And she's so overly excited to be in the class, she can't like contain herself. Like
Nice.
she's just so excited. Um, but that could be relatively disruptive. So at the end of this one, which is like the second trial week, I'm like, okay, like, are you is she, you want to handle her? I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. I'm like, all right, you really want my $135 a month? You can have it. You got to deal with her twice a week. But now they got yelled at for paying too much attention to each other. So like, okay, you guys can't stand next to each other anymore. I'm like, good on you. Um, okay, so I have one worker left. You guys have nothing, and I can only place this in places that are not great. Okay. Hmm.
To discard down to 7.
Hmm. I am definitely discarding down to 7 because I have a lot of cards and I don't need them. Um, I have to discard 4 cards.
Wow.
I only had to discard 2.
Um,
I didn't have to discard any this round.
all right. Ooh, okay. I must choose a wake up position.
So you must. Feel like that.
Yep,
Fine.
I feel good about that.
This is the time where this is just going to happen.
Your strategy? Are you doing your strategy now?
No, just like this is the point in the game where like everyone's like, I'll just take the first. I don't need the bonus. I just want to be
Right.
first.
I just want to go first.
Yeah.
Yep. Um,
Earlier in the game, it makes sense to like choose the bonus that you need, but
Right.
now, no.
okay, so I think that this one is going to give me a number of points. How's it only giving me 2 points? Game. If I'm looking at this correctly, the cottage is a 4 structure, the medium cellar and the large cellar are all 4. Build a structure at -3 discount or gain 1 for each 4 structure you have built. So I guess it's specifically the 4 structure. So there's only 2 of them. So I can get 1 point or 2 points with this card. That seems legitimately strange, but you can't break it too much. Um, all right, so we'll hold on on that one a second. Um, I wouldn't mind money. So if I do this, all right. You know something? It's not necessarily a bad turn to just get 4 points, right?
It's not a
That's
bad turn to get those points. That's for sure.
I think 4 points is okay. And now I'm in the beginning. Some people call it the lead, but words. I don't have any money. Hmm. I'm gonna place a worker, and I'm going to do that. I'm gonna place a worker. Um, uh-huh. You guys wouldn't do that, would you? Would you? You
I
might.
might.
You might.
Oh, yeah, I
Um,
might.
I have
I
so
don't
Not
know.
sure what it is, but I might.
I have so many workers. So here, you guys have the option. All players build structure at 2
What happens if that?
I get
What
a
do you
point if you do it.
Oh, I see.
You know what it's going to say.
I can't build anything, but you know, it's a free build for you if you want
Good mom refuses action. As
to.
per usual.
Didn't I make you a t-shirt with that on there?
I do have a t-shirt with that on there.
All right, fine. You both refuse that action, making it totally useless because I couldn't use it either.
Yep.
It's a great cards matter when you play them as much as what they do. That one is a great one to play early because everyone's like, wow, it gives me such an advantage to have the building. Kitty can have
Right.
them.
I just needed to trash a worker is basically what it came down to.
Yeah.
And there was the chance of getting something out of it. All right, what do we got here?
Oh, now I get that card.
Oh boy. This card is broken. This is insane. So I'm am I doing this? I think I'm doing this. So I'm gonna play the laborer. I'm going to harvest up to 2 fields. So I'll harvest those two. And then I'm going to lose a point to make up to 3 wines. And I think that's makes total sense.
It doesn't seem like you think it makes total sense.
I think it makes great sense to me.
You're no longer winning. You're
For
now
the
tied.
moment, choose. Oh, I can make up to 3 wines. Oh my goodness, this is very interesting. And then I can choose another. Um, so I can discard a wine. So if a card says, oh, no ties. Okay. So if the card says specifically no ties, then ties don't count, right?
That's what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let me give that a big old unfortunate. But I'll play this to draw that. Confirm. Okay. All right.
Really long time since I've had a turn.
I know. Chris takes forever.
Well, for the record, I have the skating things because I have the greatest civilization in viticulture history. I'm not winning, but my civiculture is awesome.
Civiculture.
You know what really is annoying is I can't harvest the same place twice.
That is
Cool if I
annoying.
could. Cool if I could. But I can do this, and I can do that, and wait, you, and confirm. Excellent. That seemed to work out okay. I need money.
You
Do
don't
you?
have money,
Well, I didn't think I needed money, and then I changed my mind.
but do you know how you make money?
Um, no.
Making wine.
I think that it's expensive to make wine, which is why I need the money. This is why I'm not a business person, by the way. Business is hard.
It's actually not.
It's so hard. All right.
How do you have so
So,
many points?
I'm pretty good at this game.
Sure that you are.
I'm telling you,
I'm
you just,
also not sure how Fletcher has so few points.
I mean, he has a lot of purple cards.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way that why I have so many points is because I keep going first and I keep playing double visitors in both seasons. And that
I
is a
mean,
pretty
it's
efficient
not
way.
going to last, past this round. That's like a this round only thing.
Yeah, but now I don't have any workers to play, so or any visitors to play anymore. So we're pretty good on not caring anymore. However, Route 1 Fire Harvest Field. I don't want to do that. I think, oh man, do I just throw this away? So if I have one money right now, and I'm going to get two monies at the end of the turn, that would give me three monies. And if I place a worker in the throwaway gain one money spot, that gives me four monies. But if I need six monies, that's not enough monies.
Counting.
But
What do
holy
you
cow,
need money for?
Fletcher, how do you have so many wines?
I've been harvesting and making wine this whole time.
Playing the game the right way.
Well, is
Well,
he?
a way.
Because that's a lot of wine.
He's gonna start filling orders left and right,
You
and
can only fill
just
so many. You can fill one on the left and one on the right. Um, okay, fine, fine. If that's how you're going to play this game, then maybe I'm just going to click on this button instead. And action. Hmm, that sort of works. Sort of works. I don't think I have anything I can do in this season any longer. Oh, wait.
What do you mean you can fill one on the left and one on the right?
There's two
only two
spaces to fill.
spots to fill orders in. You have to take the action to fill the order.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
technically, you can do one on the left, one on the right, and do your grande. So you could do three orders in a single
Yes.
season.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, I think
But that's if
I
nobody
think
else
this
does
is
it.
yeah.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna do this and that, and Kitty has to choose a wake up row, and she's gonna choose number one, and I have to choose something else.
Number
And
two.
I don't really need to do number two right now. But
First, your last.
yeah, Fletcher will, and I could do, I'm just gonna get the point because I think that the point is gonna matter.
It's going to inch you along.
Yeah. And I think I get to choose first next time, right? Actually, I don't know how that works. Oh, so Kitty has
It's
That
just round
first.
robin.
Wait, Kitty has grape right now, so the grape will pass to me.
No, it
So I'll
goes to
get.
Fletcher
It'll go to me
Why does it go to Fletcher?
because you
because
just
you
had
chose
it.
first. You chose first last time. Kitty chose first this time, and I'll choose first next time.
Does it get passed to the left? Is that how that
Yeah, it
works?
just goes around in a circle.
Yeah, but it's a reverse circle, so it doesn't go to the next player; it goes to the previous player. That makes sense. Um,
No, it's always the next player.
no, because so you. It's not in my order. Like on your screen on the upper right, who is the next spot down?
I guess
Well, Kitty's
it
number.
goes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. So
sure.
what I'm saying is typically when you go clockwise, it's the next one. The grape is being passed counterclockwise, which makes sense because it's the person who went last time is the person who goes first pick for the next round.
To
Right.
do anything in this season?
You
I guess
might.
I'll do this. I don't know that it's going to make that big a difference, but hey, I've got it now.
I mean, I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to get points. Hopefully. Mm, I guess I can't choose. Can I choose that one? I can't. All right. Pay six to gain two. Let's just already passed. Hmm. Hmm. So you can't sell at least one grape or buy sell one field. So I have to do one of those things in order to take that action. And I have a ton of those. So let's actually. Ooh. All right. This is a tricky call here. Thanks for asking. Because I'm going last. I don't like this going last thing. Feels unfair.
It's not. Well, I mean, I guess it is unfair, but everybody rotates.
Everyone has a
um,
be in that seat. It's how I felt last time.
yeah. Well, I gotta
You
do.
chose to go last. You could have gone before me.
I
It's
could
true.
have gone second.
You could have gone second.
But I didn't need to because this is all going to work out in my favor. Because I have this card, this card, maybe this card. This is the one I want to use for those following along at home. Um, All right. Feeling good. Kitty, you're making money.
Yeah.
Fletcher's going to fill a bunch of orders right now, aren't you? Mhm. I don't like this going last. What was I thinking?
What you were thinking, to
I wasn't
be
thinking.
honest.
I wasn't thinking at all. But I have a plan. It's a fine one.
Yeah, what's your plan?
My plan is to win.
It's a good plan.
If I can get to 20 points this round, okay, you're a jerk.
I'm a jerk
You
For
heard
doing
me.
predictable
for
things
doing.
to do.
I mean, it may have been predictable, but it was still being a jerk. Jerk to me. All right, so I'm gonna do that, and I need to do um, this by doing that and that, and then I need to do this by doing that. I see how you are. It's cool. Cool. I don't mind. All right, we're rolling some dice. Those dice were crap.
Crap dice.
They were crap dice. 1 point. I should have bought a windmill or a tasting room. Problem is, I don't think I can win. I can't beat Fletcher if I give him another round. And I can't not give him another round. Fletcher's of Fletcher has a lot of great, a lot of wine. You have a lot of what makes the vineyard work. I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, but he's only got one more grande worker, and the only way he can fill an order now is either with a card or the fill order thing, and he can only do one of those.
Yeah, I don't think he can end it. I mean, he
No,
might be able to end it. No, he's not going to get 7 points,
no.
or 8 points. But if we give him another round, he's pretty darn close.
Yeah, and he's gonna be able to go first.
Which is even worse. Thanks for rubbing that in. I didn't realize. All right.
Hmm.
Now I'm second guessing everything I've done up until this point. Could have got one more point. Actually, I don't think I could have gotten one more point. I don't think I ever passed up a point. There's only 8 winter visitors left. Kitty, you're pretty good in a pretty good spot too, though.
No. Fletcher's gonna win.
Fletcher's probably gonna win.
He did the thing.
Did the what
I
thing?
did the thing.
The thing that the game is supposed to be about, you know?
Oh, right. Making grapes and wine. And now he's making more wine. There needs to be a card that allows you to get someone else's wine shelter and steal all their wine. Because that would make the game more fun.
I disagree. This doesn't sound very friendly mode.
It's not friendly mode.
If you played that card on me, there would be blood.
Break your wines.
There would be blood.
You'd pick up one of the broken wine bottles and cut a man. Um, okay, so my Hail Mary didn't work. My Hail Mary could have worked because I
You
have
didn't worry, I didn't
seven.
notice.
Well, I have 7 purple. And had I drawn a
Oh,
card
just
that gave me
trying the magic card that would fit your wine and also have lots of points on it.
well, it only needed to have 5 points. So, which I didn't get the one that had 5 points. Um, let's
Is there
see.
one that has 5 points?
Yeah, there's 5 and 6 points. If I did this one, no. All right, so I will do this, and I will do that, and I will get to 19, but I will be just short. This is still anyone's game, though, because a lot of the purple cards are just junk.
Really have much to do anymore. Things did not work out for me the way that I had hoped that they would. But hey.
I think you're doing just fine. Wait, how am I last? Oh, because I chose to be last. Got
You
it.
chose to go last.
Go last time. Which there's a part of me that wants to, but I can't. I can't do that. I can't.
I mean, I am definitely doing this then. If I'm going to go last anyway, game trigger, trigger.
Game trigger triggered.
Yeah, game trigger, triggered. You have triggered me in this game. Now, what's going to happen? How many points can you get in the last round? I basically have nothing but Hail Marys to work with.
Hmm.
Like poor planning.
Um, I think I planned okay, and I think I drew well at the beginning. I don't have a lot of wines that will allow me to flexibly fill the finicky orders of our customers. For me, it's more of a brand thing as opposed to a quantity thing.
Alright, I'm gonna do the crazy move.
Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? What did you do? What are you passed?
Really crazy this
No,
late in the game.
I don't think that was a crazy
Fairly
move.
predictable, probably.
Pretty predictable.
I just need
Um,
winter actions.
so yeah, could I get a victory point in the summertime? I don't think so, but I can take a yoke action in the summertime. I feel is probably okay. Um, doing some math. Yeah, okay. And then Fletcher is gonna pass. And then it's all me. Fletcher decided to sell a grape because he had them to sell. Seems unfair.
It seems unfair.
Chris, so unfair that Fletcher played the game.
Wait, why didn't I get to pick my cards?
You will. It goes in order.
Oh,
It's
oh,
not a
okay.
simultaneous thing. It should be a
It
simultaneous
should
thing.
be a
It's
simultaneous thing, right?
ridiculous that it's like everyone has to take a turn drawing these cards at the same time. Alright,
All
did I get a
right.
magic?
Oh, okay, this is tough.
Okay.
What should I do? Hmm.
Hmm.
There's really just two moves that you should do.
Yeah, but
I have to do shenanigans, and I just don't know if it's going to work out for me.
1 point short. If I had gotten one more point last time, I should have built a windmill. Or a tasting room. Even a tasting room.
What? Telling you, you don't get points for buildings.
You do for tasting rooms and windmills.
If you give a tour,
Yeah, but the tour gives you basically 3 money and a point. It's worth doing as opposed to throwing away a worker, which I have done. Um, but I don't know that I could have afforded to build it. So that's why I'm not beating myself up too much about it. But still, now I got to get a lot of points.
all right. Well, let's just do this. Whatever. Wait a minute.
you sound so defeated for someone who's still got a
Yeah,
really good chance of winning this
he's,
game.
he's in a commanding position right now.
Well, these are the two. I feel like I need to do this.
A lot of pressure being first. Maybe you should have
I
let me do
know.
it.
No, I don't think so. All right, I'm just gonna try this. I think this.
I'm gonna go with your jerk, but that was a predictable thing.
Okay. Now, I had a plan, and then I forgot it. I'm gonna have to read a lot to remember what it was.
I
That's what I need to do.
I had a plan, but I knew the plan was going to happen, so I didn't put a lot of heart into it. Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this. Could do that. Do that. So I think I want to do this, and I will build. Doesn't really matter. Is that really the right move? I think so. And
I need to finish up. I've got to go pack lunches.
my kid's doing hot lunch for the first time tomorrow because it's National Cheese Pizza Day, so they can sell more cheese pizzas. And I'm like, this is something you will eat, so I'm not packing you a lunch.
We do pizza day um, once a week.
Yeah, normally it's Fridays. This because tomorrow's Cheese Pizza Day. They're doing it Thursday, but he's also going to do hot lunch on Friday because then it's blueberry waffles and sausage day, which I'm like, you will also eat that. Oh man, that's a pretty good card.
Yeah, I liked it. Unfortunately, I don't have a good plan.
You had such a plan. You told me that you had a plan.
Yeah, it turned out it was a bad one.
I mean,
It
well,
wasn't a bad one. I'll. So
I'm
now
gonna
we're far
just.
enough in. I just I think that the problem was that in this game there may have been an agent of chaos that I was not expecting to, and also I made some
Who's the
uh
agent of chaos?
you.
How was I
Um,
the agent of chaos?
no, it was
Because you
I
were
Chris.
played the
It
game
prepared.
as predictably as possible.
no, it was Chris. Chris's distractions. Because I don't know that it was anything except being distracting. Um,
All right, this is fun.
no,
Let's just do this for fun.
Wait, what did you just do?
absolutely.
Oh, you. Okay. How is this happening right now? What is going on?
How's how's what happening?
I just don't know. Okay. I was gonna say, if you didn't take that spot, I'm like, how is that spot still open?
No, I needed to take that spot. It would have been ridiculous if I didn't take that spot. All right.
Fletcher has so much money, and I'm pretty sure money's the tiebreaker, right?
Money is the tiebreaker. Um,
And you have one worker left. I'm not going to lose a point, that's for certain. And now I have to pay attention to what you have. You can't do anything. And I can't do anything. So this is coming way down to the wire. Kitty, what are you going to do?
I have a bad choice or a worse choice. So we're gonna see what happens if I do this. Pulling a Chris here. Okay. Well,
I'm
it is what it is. If I had one more worker, man.
I'm eking out one more point.
oh my god.
I think that one more point was it.
Yeah.
Because I can do this.
You would have to
Just gonna,
get.
yeah.
Oh yeah, which is
It's
like
just
this.
not enough.
Yep, and then my last worker can go basically anywhere because I can't do anything, but I'll make a line because I haven't done that most of the game. So let's just pretend that I do have. Wow,
A
wow.
pretty close game.
Wow.
uh,
Tiebreakers is lira, followed by total value of wine in the cellars, value of grapes. So
That was
yeah,
close. I
that
couldn't make my last
was.
thing of wine, so I was just like, ugh.
I didn't have enough purple cards.
I
If I'd had better purple cards, because I had better wine. If I had just had like, if I'd had one more worker, because I also had a card that would have just given me 2 victory points for discarding a grape. So if I did
yeah
one more worker to do that, I could have done that.
yeah the I mean it was just I drew the blue card in the mid season that gave me 1 point. So I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. I wanted to play both of those ahead of time, but of course Fletcher took it because I should have. But I'm like,
You're
all right, I
right.
have my grande in my back pocket.
I was like, I know you had like so many of those blue cards, so I was like, should I
Yeah,
get the +1 point and block that? But I was like, you have no wine to sell, so I'd be blocking Kitty, and she's further behind. So I feel like I need to take the double blue and block
yeah.
you.
It was the
I
best
mean
move, I think.
that I don't think I've ever seen a game that's that close though.
I have never
25,
seen
25, 26.
I have never seen a game that close or that high scoring, honestly.
Yeah, that was, and we all took very different strategies. You know,
So,
Fletcher built, he took the strategy the game's supposed to do. I just built stuff, and Kitty did something I don't really know. Um,
well, you did similar. So, the thing that I've noticed is that the best way to play this game, you have to have the cottage. And Fletcher
yes,
showed us that you can keep up without the cottage. But
You don't
I
need the
think
cottage.
building the cottage early is a really good strategy. Now, I didn't get the car, so because I was Chris was also drawing a lot of cards. I've noticed that in games where I'm playing with people who are not drawing a lot of cards, I tend to pull away faster, easier. But it also I made some early mistakes.
The drawing card strategy is actually something that people complain about the base game of, is that the cards can be so swingy.
Yeah.
So if you have the cottage, you can just draw into them. Like you don't need to do what Fletcher did, which was, all right, well, I'm going to concentrate on doing what the game wants me to do. You could just be like, I'm going to lean into these cards and hope I draw the right things.
Yeah.
For me,
But it's
the visitor cards were just kind of like ancillary. Like, oh, this one helps me. Or like, I'm just going to ignore these. And if one is helpful, then great, I'll use it. If not, I'm just going to keep focusing on planting and sowing.
Well, you also had 3 fields. I had a big problem because I had one field that only had one color grape, which is a problem. I usually sell one anyway, just get you an early start in the beginning, and I don't care to get all 3 back. But if you have 3 fields and you have the workers to sow them all, yeah, I mean, you had a crap ton of wine and grapes.
I know. Every time you look down, it's like, oh my god! Like
what is going on? I had just
and then I just kept
enough
collecting.
by.
I just collecting like the cards to to fulfill orders. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to do this, and I just had the pipeline long enough to do them all, except when it came to the very end,
Unfair. I lost 35 ELO on that game.
I gained 20.
Yeah, and Fletcher gained 23, but he didn't have. So, like, even though we got the same score,
it's his first win. He played one other time, gave him 1 point, and then he played this time. I guess he didn't win. Well, he beat you.
Win. He beat me, and I had like, I don't know, 170.
Yeah, so if you hover over this, he lost 9 to me, but gained 33 to you. And I got most of my points from you. But
just gave away all kinds of points.
Good games. Good game. This was actually a really good game. Like,
it was a good one.
Down to the wire. I could have just ended, like, had I gotten one more point, it would have ended a round earlier. But I'm almost glad I didn't, because
if you'd had that one more point, I could have maybe done some. I had some other shenanigans. I could have done that round, maybe. I don't remember. I might have been out of workers, though.
I got super lucky with just getting so many buildings at the beginning. I'm just like, all right, I'll build all the stuff. But yeah. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later.
Sounds good. Probably. I have to go check out my fantasy football.
I set up my lineups at dinner today. I didn't realize the season literally started tomorrow.
Part of the year. Fletcher's like, ugh, I'm done with you two until football season is over.
Yeah, just wake me up when it's over.
It's fun. Did we make you play fantasy football, or did you just nope on that one?
No, you tried to entice me to play, because Chris was like, it's like a RPG.
It is like an RPG.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't understand it. Like, I just don't... Like, but then do you need to watch the games to understand what's going on?
No.
If you watch the games, you might know, you start to know the players a little bit, but...
I watch the games because Spencer watches the games, so I like to have a fantasy football team because I feel like I have something I care about while I'm already...
You need to know who the players are?
You need to know who your players are.
You need to know your players, you need to know the stats. But you can just, like, read a thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to care about the game. You just have to know what their points are.
Yeah, I played several seasons of fantasy football where I basically watched 2 games the entire season. And you can still do fine. Because the app tells you the stats, it tells you if someone's injured, probably. It's basically you're playing against probabilities and rolling some dice to see. But like Kitty said, it makes football interesting because every game that's on TV, you're either rooting for or against a player on the team.
Yeah.
So it gives you something to watch the game for.
Gives you a
And
reason to
then,
care if you're already stuck watching football.
yeah.
Mm,
And it's a fun game to watch. Like I enjoy watching football quite a bit. Um,
I do
More
not.
so than any other sport.
I've started to enjoy it more because
Really?
I'm like held
There's so
hostage.
many other sports that are like more interesting to watch than football.
I don't know, name
Football's
one.
like hockey,
Oh.
basketball, soccer.
I hate
So
football.
yeah, the problem with soccer has no points scored, and I find it tedious. If I want to watch people running around, I'll watch a marathon. I don't want to watch a marathon either. Um, Hockey and basketball are fine. Hockey still suffers the problem of there's very low scoring, and everything's so fast that it's difficult to follow what's going on. And then basketball's fine, but only the last 2 minutes of the game matter in basketball.
Also,
And
I hate the sound that
What?
their shoes make. That's
of
my
the
problem
what?
with basketball. I hate the sound that their shoes make.
The
Oh, the
squeak.
squeaking.
Squeaking kills me.
Yeah.
It makes
I
my
just,
brain ouchy.
I just don't like football because it's just like it's so. Like, half the time, players are just walking around on the field, and the clock is ticking down. It's like,
It's
what's
it's
But it's
happening?
not
strategic.
half the
Are they
time.
actually playing a game?
I mean, technically speaking, it's probably a three-quarters of the time, but the plays that are happening are strategic. And that's why I like football because yes, the plays only last for a few seconds, but what's happening in those plays and what like their response to them, there's a lot more planning in football than most other sports because you get to stop, you get to plan, you get to reset,
Yeah,
you get to try something new, and that becomes very strategic or maybe even more tactical in a sense
right.
versus other sports that are just constant motion where you're either trying to prevent your low scoring or high scoring wherever, but it's just constant moving. It's like, yes, it's athletically, it's very impressive that you can run around for that long. But in the end, it's just like, okay, how many baskets can be scored in basketball before you're like, okay, there's another one. Okay, there's another one. That's why I said the last 2 minutes of the game matter because that's where it's like, okay, it's really kind of back and forth and swingy, but it's back and forth swingy the entire game. So it only matters in the last 2 minutes to see like who wins. So I don't know. Football, it took me a while, but it grew on me. It grew on me to the point where I would watch every single game if I didn't have anything else going on. And that's the other thing about football is you can watch every
You
single
can't watch
game.
all the games. That's the thing, is you
That's
can really
true.
follow it.
It's not baseball.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. It's not baseball. It's yeah.
Yeah, even basketball says 4 or 5 games a week for your team. Multiply that
Mm,
out.
when, mm, for your team, 4 or 5 games a week, no.
No.
But there are 4 or 5 games a week happening. Yeah,
Well, across multiple
across
divisions and stuff, right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like the total number of football games played, you can literally just watch all of them if you wanted
Yes,
to.
I know. Yeah.
So that's a thing too. It's like, and if you
What is
just
it?
turn on
Two
any
games a week
game,
in football?
football is 1 game a week and
One game a
17
week.
One
weeks.
game for
There's one
your
bye
team.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're following a team, it's 1 game a week. If you're trying to watch like you can watch all of football.
Yeah. There's 16 games total a week.
Mhm.
15 games in the midweeks. And that's because the first 5 or 6 weeks everyone plays, but then at that point you have 2 buys. Two
Right.
teams don't play, so you have the bye weeks in the middle, so you have less games in the middle. Um, so yeah, so I mean, but it's not hard to watch 16 games. Nobody does it. Most people don't. And I'm just saying nobody, but most people don't. But you're not talking a crazy amount of games.
Usually you watch whatever's on Monday and
Thursday,
Thursday.
Monday,
Everyone
yeah.
watches.
Thursday, Monday, Sunday night.
Sunday night, and then you watch your team, and maybe one of them. So you usually watch 5 games a
Eight,
week.
yeah, yeah, and that's 10 teams out of the 32,
Yeah,
right? So you're watching a third of the
following
games,
the best of the stuff going on.
and it's not even hard to do because
No,
they spread out the way they spread out.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it's fun. And then you have your Thanksgiving games and your Christmas games, and this gives you something to have. And I like Kitty doesn't like the squeak of the basketball. I don't mind that. Um, but the
Don't like crowd
background,
in
the
general.
back. Well, I love the background sound of football. Like during the pandemic, where they piped in like the crowd noise that was artificial. That's what makes football football. If you just have people playing the game, it's like, okay, there's something missing.
It's like make the air stop touching me. I just don't like it.
I love it. I love it so much.
But I put up with
All right, but Fletcher, maybe next week or next year we'll get you into the fantasy league and
Maybe.
just watch a couple games. If you're back in Chicago, this is what I will say. If you're back in Chicago next football season, I
I
will
won't
drive
be.
into the city. How are you going to not be in Chicago for so long? Are you just permanently California resident now?
No, but Carmen signed a 2-year contract.
All right. Well, I'm glad
So
you
we're going to be here
guys
for 2
are
years.
off on the West Coast. I will fly
But hey,
if you join our fantasy league next year. I will fly to California to go to a sports bar and watch at least one game with you.
deal. And if your kids want to go to Disneyland or Universal Studios,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Are you guys close?
Yeah.
All right.
Universal
All right.
Studios is actually a lot closer than Disneyland. I mean, Disneyland's like, I don't know, 45 minutes away. Universal Studios is like 30 minutes away.
All
You
right.
visit Mario. Visit the Mario Land.
They do love Mario.
the
All
hat.
right.
That's
I'll
why
make it a plan.
still.
Yeah.
Oh, this is your hat.
Nice.
Success. It fits on your head.
Yeah, except it's meant for player 3.
Uh,
It's gonna It's gonna be nice and squishy and warm.
his head isn't too much smaller than yours.
It's also pretty stretched out on me right now. So I think it's the right size. But yeah, I knit a hat.
Nice. Nice
Very
I
Christmas
cute.
colors,
started it
too.
like a year ago. I started it like last November, and I was like, "Oh, I'll knit all the kids' Christmas hats." And I started it, and I was like, "There is no way I'm knitting all the kids' Christmas hats in this month." So I just put it
Yeah.
down, and now is the correct time to pick it up and start knitting 3 more Christmas hats. They only get smaller from here on out, so
Oh,
That'll
right.
be
Yeah.
faster.
yeah, that'll
Because
be
the girls have tinier heads. Because
fun.
they're younger. Uh,
But also, I'm pretty sure girls do
have tighter
have
heads.
just smaller heads than
Because they're
Yeah.
just smaller.
Yep. I put the wrong Taekwondo uniform on Becca because I did not realize that he had written Zachary's name on his uniform in Korean. And I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, okay, here's this. And then I got called out. It's like, no. Becca's wearing Zachary's. And they made me take off and switch their things.
But it's in Korean, so you don't know.
But it's in Korean, yeah. So then they wrote her name on hers. And I'm like, it's syllables. So Zachary has 3 symbols and Becca has 2 symbols. So I'm like, okay, at least I don't have to like know the symbols. I just have to know the number of syllables. So we're good. But all right. On that note,
now that I finished this hat, I'm like, I'm out of here.
bye anyone who watches to this end. And seriously, if you do, wow, thanks.
Yeah. There's no way.
And
There's no
sorry.
way anyone's here. I can go look.
No, it's just us.
Just
Well,
us.
oh, I guess we could. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Right.